Disclaimer: the information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GANs processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
The understanding of the transmutation of the fields of the universe will become the new occupation of man. In a way, up to now, we looked into the skies to see the UFO. Mankind will look into the skies with the eye of the soul, not with the eye of the man. And universe and unicos is oyster. You got to understand that with a new understanding of the fields of the universe in motion, what we call energy, fields of the universe in the uniformity of the motion we call plasma, now has to be understood. Now has to be integrated into the structure of what we call life of the man in the space. We need to bring this change in, as now mankind has matured enough in numbers to be able to bring that burden of the change for the rest. You'll be amazed in the next few weeks and months how the drug traffickers will dump and try to make the dogs and the cats addict because they can't reach their bosses. And you do the same with your cat and dog, but just buy them ahead and put them on the line the hours that is transmitted. And we have set our system that there is no hacking. Now you have to understand how to bring the two fields of your soul, of physicality, you will call the spirit, and the soul of the man to work together. That does not need the brain cell, but it works without it, the way you shall do when you become a passenger of the universe, as your brain in this amino acid cannot exist. We don't have a brain between the earth and the sun. It's got to be part of the knowledge of man in the space that sooner or later mankind will come to understand that the totality of the knowledge shared belongs not only to man, and is the right of every citizen of this planet. And it's the right of all of us to have access to it. We don't make a game of it, we make a life of it. Keshe Foundation is set to bring that change to technology, and we will have many enemies. Those who want us not to be there, and how they can bring that condition for them not to be. Try to understand what the emotion is. Try to understand how you create that emotion. Try to understand in what condition of physicality you create the strength with the interaction of the field of the soul that gives you that emotion. And then go to your soul and create the same field of strength that interaction with the soul of physicality creates the same emotion. Then if you become mature to this, then it doesn't matter if the soul is the protector of the physicality or the physicality is protector of the soul. They work in a synchronized manner because they are both aware of everything. When you work in that strength, all the other souls and physicalities work on the same strength, then man shall not lie, man shall not cheat, man shall not kill, because I'm hungry, I need fields, and I'm given fields. It's got to be understood by majority of the people. And gradually, but all from the point of the first education, what it means to live with the soul, and what it means the existence of the spirit, or the dimension of physicality. Our children will be educated to the knowledge of the universe from birth, the way they inherited the exosome and became paralyzed and become all the diseases they caught. It's just the energy and emotion which has brought that change. So the same shall be when the man understands this as a childhood, within the fathers and mothers' energy fields that has no X chromosome or Y. When the children of the man are created from the fields of the soul of the man, man shall bring no imperfect child to this world. That time has come. And that time is amongst us. And it's the time for us to bring it. In a coming time, in a very, very short time, as we are working in the background and development of technologies, as our team have to understand it, there'll be no room for vaccination. We transfer the energy of what we call the virus, which your body of dimension of physicality could be a virus on this planet, but on another planet or position in the universe is your food, to understand the transmutation from position to position. So you do come to the point that if you want to have a measles protection, you put your child this channel, this time allows this to be received as an energy. There'll be no ADHD, there will be no autism because of the mixture of the viruses and the injections of fake ways they do deliberately to them. Now, gradually, your eyes opening up, the capability and the possibilities which is now is open to mankind. You go on channel 24, and you can have as much apple as you like, but you won't pull an apple, you won't kill an apple. You want to have a lamb, you go on channel 26, you get to taste the food and everything of it, and you don't need to slaughter an animal. Now you understand how extensive this will touch you, and how satellites are needed, because the electronic satellites have a limitation of physicality. We need the soul satellite, which is of the same and transmute the same and is there to give and to exist. I made man in the image of myself. Is our creator ADHD, or is he a drug addict? None. and so should be the man. Now the man has the knowledge. And this is the cornerstones of the teaching. This is the cornerstones of understanding the embodiment of the cosmic rays, the soul, the gases, and everything else which goes with it. What will be the next step for you to understand the strength of the cosmic rays? Which one you need, which one you don't need. How do you attract it to yourself, and how you reject some because you don't need it even though they're on target. Very soon, once we start these systems to go public for you to tap into, you will tell us how you feel. You will tell us, today I didn't eat, not interested. Because today I receive what I need as energy through all the channels which is set up by Keshe Foundation. We govern the planet, not pieces of land. We govern through the soul and technology and knowledge, not by the gun policy and whatever sits with it. We need your support to be able to bring that change scientifically, correctly, and with the process and understanding of the whole lot, that we do not bring the change by wars, we bring change by love and creation of new country. I hope you understand what's on the table today and what is the part of the teaching. The main topic and the main objective of today is we do not need intermediaries. And nobody can protect the right of the Creator when themselves are abusers of the name of the Creator in the name of Ayatollah and the rest of it. I hope you understood the teaching of today. It has come to an end, and you understand scientifically why to the abuse of the man by the religion. Unless you enjoy an intermediary because you still think, I haven't found either, so I double in weaknesses of my own lack of understanding. Look to understand, try to find out the knowledge, and at the same time try to be precise, that you don't need another intermediary. You understand the knowledge that there is no need for intermediary anywhere in the universe. Always said, my message hasn't changed. It's for you to understand and mature to. When I said to the professors at Jeddah University in early 2012-13, when they wanted to send a student to the KF SSI, in which direction do you get your student to pray and bend when it's traveling the span of the universe and the earth is rotating and they're upside down and they're in different part of the universe which rotates itself? Where do you find your God to pray to, unless your God is within you, understanding the conduct? The message has not changed. And the technology and the knowledge has not changed. We just explain more of it and you understand it more freely.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 602nd Knowledge Seekers Workshop here on Thursday, August 7th, 2025. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute Education Department and part of the Public Teachings in English. My name's Rick Cramen, and I'll be host once again in this seemingly endless series of workshops. And once again, we have the honor of having Mr. Mehran Keshe as our presenter and teacher today. And please go ahead, Mr. Keshe. I think you have some special things to discuss today.
Thank you very much. Good morning, good day to you. As usual, whenever you listen to this of Knowledge Seekers programs from Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. We welcome you back, and with some joy and anxiety and some pleasure and some reservation, today we will not teach the process of the time, but we teach how the process of time has brought man to the point of valuing and living, and what can be done and what we promised to do over past years. And now we have reached that point, that critical point of starting gradually to bring what we laid out years ago, and you're all familiar with it, to come into operation gradually over next years. As you all know, we do a lot of work. We do a lot of developments. We bring a lot of ideas and we let it nourish and flourish. And gradually, as it's run its course and it's developed, we see the pitfalls or whatever, we start using it, applying it, and in so many ways, utilizing what the seed we sown in the past for the benefit of the work of the humanity and advancement of the knowledge and the rest of it. As many of you know, years ago, some 7, 8 years ago, we launched two things. One was the cash coin, and one was the universal identity card in a passport. The time has come that we bring these into reality and be in charge of it. It is not that we join other organizations, we depend on the others, but we set out to do ourselves. Set out to bring a point of change in the hand of the knowledge seekers, in the hand of humanity, irrespective of color, race, religion, position on this planet, or nationality. We are members of one nation on this planet. We are a human race. And on the banner of the one nation, one planet, one race, Keshe Foundation, through help of the knowledge seekers who work relentlessly over years to, in a way, mature the ideas of the Keshe Foundation, to achieve the goals. We do some ourselves, and some others do a lot to literally devote their lives to bring the change, the concepts we put down, into working condition and reality. And today is one of those days which the relentless work of knowledge seeker has brought us to that point. I let Rick to play the video, which we all knew some time ago and we forgot about it. And then we'll talk about what is about to happen and how you as knowledge seekers become instrumental in bringing the world peace and the unification of mankind. Go ahead, Rick, please. as we've seen, this is, you can mute the video, but you can let it play in the background. As we have seen, we talked about the cash coin. At the same time, if you remember, we promoted the idea of Keshe Foundation card, universal card, one nation card, where it's all our IDs, it's our ID passport. We need no passports. And wherever we go, doesn't mention nationality, but just your name, language you speak, from which continent you come from. And now with this system, to advancement in technology, we can add your birth certificate number that identifies you, and iris or the palm recording of your face and your palm of your hand, that nobody can abuse this card. But in it, we add the what we call the Keshe Foundation coin, which means it's your bank. Does not matter where you are. This card will carry all you need, and it does what it says. Nobody will ask you, you're Mexican, you came here, your parents came here 20 years ago, 40 years ago. Even though you're born here, you're not of this nation and this place, and we kick you out, irrespective of birthright of where you were born, just because of your ancestors. And the only thing they cannot do at the moment, those who went there 200 or 300 years ago, before even their family comes, they cannot kick out because they're deeper than that. So we've seen the commotion we've seen in the United States in the past few weeks. And we've seen flood of refugees looking for a better life, having more money, or at least having a bread to eat, and not live in poverty. To this effect, do your hard work of knowledge security. And all the structure which is sitting around it, with the help of a number of knowledge seekers around the world, today we introduce something which is the beginning of that change. You've seen this. This is a unit which the Keshe Foundation is putting out to bring decentralization and, in a way, connection of all the knowledge seekers and the whole of the planet together without relying on the internet, without relying on somebody's program that you can run, without a bank somewhere say you cannot move your money or what you're doing, as we've seen in European countries in the past few weeks, that everything has to be done. In a way, we have brought the Keshe Foundation work into working operational system. What we need is that we need as many of these units to be bought and just plug in your house to an internet or connect it to a Wi-Fi and plug it in and forget about it. When we have thousands of these spread across this planet, they can never bring the system down. They can break into it, but there'll be a few computers, a few of these units, but they cannot penetrate beyond. Then the system becomes more or less unhackable. Theft becomes, other things become absolutely impossible. But it needs all collaboration of all the knowledge seekers. We need thousands of these to go across this planet. These units will be equipped with a system that the antenna system will connect all the units across this planet and beyond this planet. which means you're on the moon, you're on Mars. Let's say you want a bar of Mars bar to eat. You want the energy of it on your mobile phone. You use your card. A card has been developed that literally, like your credit card, you swap on your mobile phone. You swap on the system which is there and is paid for. Deduct it from your cash coin. Deduct it from your investment. We introduce this system, and this system will go for sale today sometime once our team in the background be able to do everything on the Keshe Foundation website. We need to have not one or two, it's impossible. We have to reach at least 1,000+ units that we can switch the system on. The beauty with this cash coin, which comes controlled with a card you carry, which is what we call your wallet, the coin wallet, will bring changes to you in a different way. We value the coin as €1,000, as many of you have been buying for past years. And now with the cash coin, having the beauty of the control of the Market Corporation of the United States, which we are shareholders, the profits, which is the share of the foundation, will be shared amongst the cardholder, which means is backed by scientific income. It's not one of these which is just in the air. Secondly, as we are the developer of cosmic ray in the present world of finance, Central American Bank of the United States has nothing to back it. It's just we print paper. We back our coins, we back our Keshe Foundation coins with cosmic ray, which contains all the elements of the universe. Gold has value here, but what about you need energy on another planet in another position? So now you understand why we launched the cosmic material. If you decide, I want the backing of my coin, which I bought from Keshe Foundation, we give you the Keshe cosmic ray material. You can change it anywhere. All the coins, all the balls which you as knowledge seekers have bought and received is photographed, is image coded, and we know who owns what. That's why you receive the certificate. With this coin system, which we have brought out, with these machines, you have no worries. Your money is in your wallet, it's in a credit card. It's like what you go to debit cards you use, put in a machine, deduct 1% of whatever it is, 10 cents for a chewing gum, $1,000 for a mobile phone, you just swap it. This is taking time. We have to set this up that we can bring down the processing. But at the moment, as many of you know, I know a large number of knowledge seekers who started their like Bitcoin cryptocurrency, and they lost the wallet was stolen, and everything else. And they lost everything. With the cash coin, as it's an internal coin, is not an international coin, is internal and is only given to knowledge seekers. Knowledge seekers, you say, I'm a knowledge seeker, we don't know you. You provide us the detail of everything we ask, you receive the card, you buy your coin and you add your wallet. If you lose your coin, if your coin gets stolen, we replace it. Which means for the first time, no one will lose on their coin, on the crypto coins of the Keshe Foundation, which is carried by knowledge seekers. This is not in the stock market that you can increase the price of it and make money out of it. We have facilitated, which we don't release how, we keep the price of the cash coin at €1,000. And then we change, we detach it from euro and any other currency that you can spend to the same value at any time, anywhere on this planet. Does not matter, you're in the United States, you're in China, you're in Japan, you're in London, your card says the same value for the same thing across this planet, which brings financial stability. And at the same time, as we put so many of these units across the planet, no government can touch. They cannot confiscate 1 million units. They cannot find it confiscated. The hackers cannot reach to hack the coins because we have put facilities in it that you can go into the system, try to hack it, but immediately the system becomes replaceable, which means we replace the coins directly in your version and it's become useless, and then we can block it. Every provision has been made for the safety of the coins, and this is an internal coin. I repeat again to understand. This is usable by knowledge seekers. This is applicable for the knowledge seekers, and it will bring security and parallel. In some of the contracts we sign with some of our partners, which you will get to know, we have put the provision that we can pay the wages of our workers, scientists, the ones who make material. They can choose, I want to keep my money in cash coin, or I want to be paid in a local currency. Every facility will be made with this, that it changes the direction of financing. No central bank has control except those who carry the coins. These machines are available, as I said today. Once we get to the limit, because you have to get to a limit that it cannot be hacked, and we bring a network in which is secure, we release the cards that you can buy cash coins. That it allows us to further develop the technology, and at the same time, in a very near coming time, we transfer cash coins according to the population of a nation to the central bank of a nation to be updated on a daily basis. That means who's born, who's died, what's the position with the card, with the coin of that person. We will allocate 1,000 coins to every living person on this planet, which is identified, which is there to be identified. Does not matter where you live, to your central bank, which is yours. You receive the coin, you receive the card according to yours, coded, cannot be broken, and you spend the money from your Central National Reserve. Each coin is valued at €1,000. So every citizen of this planet will be a millionaire from the second they are born. Guaranteed, the way we have social securities in different countries of the rich, that we look after those. And if you're in Africa, you don't have money, you die. I've seen so many dying of hunger, will go away. Nations which create war, their accounts will be closed. Nations which promote peace will be given more to spend. Do not forget, the technology, the coin is backed by technology, which means on the agreement we give to the governments that every citizen has money to eat, every citizen is born rich, not born poor to become rich, will change the condition. I'm not a dreamer. It's produced, it's there, and it'll build. It needs time to take hold and go. 12 months, 24 months. It depends how you knowledge seekers reach your nations, how you knowledge seekers encourage your government to take up in a way to back this up. I carry 2.9 billion shares of the market corporation, which belongs to the foundation. We give the same amount of shares to the 115 nations of the United Nations as the shareholders of market corporation, which means the economical life, the profits of the system is collective responsibility of all. This gets rid of IMF. It gets rid of all the central banks. The governments agree how much each nation will put into the pot equal. They have an equal amount of shares. They have equal say. No one is bigger. No one is higher. I have bigger population. I have no population. A small nation of 1 million is as powerful as nation of 1 billion, because every citizen in that 1 billion has the same right in every other part. The shares of market, the profit of it, will be shared across your nation, amongst your authorities which you want to live in, to be spent on your nations, to be spent on the locality you live. With this card, with the structure of the cash coin, with the structure of this network which nobody can interfere with, you choose where you want to pay your taxes. That, at the end, benefits that area. You cannot touch the taxes. I don't want to pay taxes to here. I live somewhere else. You choose. There's no nationality. At the same time, if you want to have a living, it is different. These units, when you buy them for €2,000 plus VAT and the shipping, the coin operator, which is the Keshe Foundation, pays you 0.2 coin every month, which means you earn 2.4 coins per unit per year as your services to support and earns income for the rest of the time of the unit. The unit is guaranteed for 2 years. We support in every way if something goes wrong as we can. So in a way, you have an income. You buy 10 units and don't put it in one place, give it to 10 people, member of your family. You have every member earning money. If you live in a rich area, we need people in Africa. They have a little room. They can connect the thing into a power supply. You don't feed them. You give them, you buy a unit, and that unit does not feed them. But the income from the unit, €2,500 per year in Africa, is a lot of money. We bring nations out of poverty. We bring nations into the hand of the technological development. We are working through governments. We are working through organizations that we change the condition of the income of the market to benefit the humanity. By the time we reach a point, you have an income. You don't want the income, you pass it on. Through the certificates, we have brought the designers, the developers, a beautiful idea. We become peaceful when we get enlightened. We become peaceful when we can bring something to us. With the present cryptocurrency, you have to go and mine. We have mined all the coins. That's why we can give it. But we have created a structure. The designers, the developers, thanks to their wisdom, have developed a game called Enlightenment game, which means by playing the game, you get enlightened to the operation of the Keshe Foundation, the peace, one nation, one planet. You understand what it means to be peaceful. And as you develop, it's like winning a game, you're given a coin as a gift. So you can literally play in the game, make a living. We monitor. We have not gone through the system of what we see with cryptocurrency, so much coin that we can push it up. We have gone opposite to. The more you do, the more value is kept, and the more prosperity comes to all of us. Governments decide to build a dam, need the support of another part of the world to help them to do. They pay them with your currency, and we support it with a backup currency to encourage. Nations who create peace will get peace dividend by the coins, which gives to their nation. When you die, is your wish. I carry my coin, I send it back to the center that is there for it. We have mined enough for 200-300 years to support humanity. We are not here to make money. We are not here doing this to become glamorous. We come here to change the course. The child born in Africa automatically is given 1,000 coins. You still buy the coins because your support is their guarantee. You get the benefit from the profits of the market. You have guarantee of a solid material because man is materialistic and we made a cosmic race to be there. You take it with you into space, and the energy of it changes from the energy of the environment to your body. You feel it. It's a solid backing. It's not a dream. And it's only done through Keshe Foundation. You have to be, and you only buy it, you confirm you're a knowledge seeker, and you do. The cards are individual. The cost of loading it, you go on the line or whatever with the iris that nobody can copy your card, they cannot steal it. It's a representation of the two, or with the palm that is now replacing fingerprint. You're identified. You lose it, you lose the card. You do not lose your assets. You decide to buy more coins and put in the card, it's there. We monitor. We have people evaluate continuously the whole operation. Any abuse, once you're kicked out, you cannot come in. You think I stole somebody's card, use iris, we can track it, system blocked. You are blocked. You're on the street. Because if you've done it once, you do it again. And then we see how we bring the system. Is a system back that you still can, as you are used to it, mining. System is backed with an income from its own coin. And then the income from the market corporation share profit of the Keshe Foundation. Now you understand how much market shares will be valued in the coming time. We are backing humanity with it, not with the games which some people in California are playing with it, taking it up, selling it, buying it, and playing the game we've seen in the past few months by those who were kicked out of the Keshe Foundation, drug traffickers. And they told us how they do it because now we know who is doing it. All this game is finished. Solid base, connecting the market corporation shares value because it's held by your nations to the income return from your nation to the pot of the market, which has become a central operation of all the governments. You want to build a dam, you go to market. This is proposal we have for this part of the world. What can we do? The decision is made. We have the income. You can get people who like to go and build it, they do it for you. There is no difference between a cleaner and a doctor and a professor, which we done today. You work 8 hours a day, but you clean the floor, you get nothing. I sit behind the desk and pretend because I read some books on a doctor, I get a fortune. You're a peasant. Gone through the window. Service to humanity has a credibility to get paid to live a comfortable life. We need to set the network up. Every system has. We can go and do what a lot of people do, put satellites and spend a lot of money and come with all that. No. This goes back on. Every man in Keshe Foundation, every child, every woman is responsible to bring this network up, to bring it to the point that nobody can hack into it, and more can be added. Keshe Foundation website will be on this. The stores will be on this. Everything we do will go on this network. Only those who are a men of peace will be joining it, that are in it. This unit has a number of what we call evaluators. They're continuously monitored. It's a specific number we don't disclose, but 2 members of this group of validators, one is be elected by the members of the Universal Council and one by the Earth Council, which means they have say in operation of everything, and no nation is more than anybody else. There is no way you can bring somebody because of America to do what I can do and the rest of it. In a way, all of us will benefit from the work of all of us. We become one nation. We are still born in China, still born in America, still born in Africa, but being born as a child of humanity, become irrespective of place, position, and the rest. We all bleed the same. We all love the same. And with this process, we all live the same. I have committed a lifetime to see the change, to structure it the way it is today. It needs the humanity to change the course. With this technology, Americans using cryptocurrency, Chinese making their own currency, British coming up with something else, is gone to bed. We have made a system that values humanity and support humanity for the next 200-300 years. It's not something to make money off and run with. It's something which gives me respect to live with. We need to get thousands of these units into public, to knowledge seekers, where we protect the interest of humanity and not us. I spent years planning this, that by the time it comes into operation, it's the only cryptocurrency, the only currency, the only coin system that has a value because we are humans. Does not have value because we can cheat. Because we can make something somebody makes today, $100,000 cryptocurrency today, tomorrow goes to 60,000. Many people have a heart attack because they lost whatever they saved. Value stays the same. And the nations, through market cooperation, and through the Universal Council, and through the Earth Council, and through the boards who monitor, they keep the value the same. That doesn't matter if you're in China, or you're in Africa, or you live in Hollywood, or in the Bollywood, you pay the same. Tomato, when it's planted and when it's picked, does not know if it's in Africa, in America, in China, or somewhere else. It has the same value. It's us who changed it because of those who see value in money. Value in something which man created to create separation and division amongst itself. Now you understand. Will not change the process of humanity. Man still goes fishing, man still goes hiking, man still runs a factory, but this time man pays with the effort and support of every man on this planet. When we give 1,000 shares, coins, cosmically, it does not matter where you are on Earth, on the moon, or whatever, has the same value. Do not forget, you're born from now on a millionaire. But at the same time, we are developing technologies that, for example, you can have steak and chips in Africa, on the moon, in New York, in your basement working place, the same price, to conversion of energy. So it would not cost that much to live from now on gradually. You had the orange juice last week. It's not a dream anymore. So many of you changed and felt the changes. The honey, you don't eat anymore because now you haven't tapped only to honey, you tap to all the energies honey. And that's how you'll be. So 1,000 coin as a value of the present 1,000 euro, will be 1,000 coin, still 1,000 euro in 100 years' time. Because we'll buy the same, equal to all of us. Manipulation, stealing resources, colonizing, kicking people out of your country after years they've served you just because I am white or black or whatever, comes to that. Because we're all one nation. We all work as a one social structure to keep the humanity. The reason for this, the benefit for this is when we get to this point, we become peaceful. Drug traffickers have nowhere to go. As you've seen, you smoke cocaine, press a button, put a headphone, addiction goes. I don't need to buy. We have automatically end up with drug trafficking. You're a criminal. The judge tells you you have to spend 3 hours on the phone connected to social structure of you becoming joyful. You don't commit crime. It's not a dream. We become so good that we can even separate the souls. If you don't understand what this means, if you are beautiful people, now we can see both at the same time. Visually, through the technologies which we developed. No person can be persecuted, put in a mental hospital, given all sorts of injections because we as humanity fail to understand the life of two at the point of birth, not the life of two we created through misconduct of ourselves. And still we can. In the coming weeks, I've got the permission to show you this. And you understand how advanced Keshe Foundation technology is. If we can plan out your soul energy, your inner energy, the way you call it spirit, planned out, we see the effect of your behavior and your physicality, then you know what we can do with you. We can change you all to be, as I said, I made man in the image of myself. We make man the image of the Creator, perfection. It's not a talk. When I show these pictures to you, you'll be shocked. Today is not the time for it. We'll show you how beautifully we see your souls, how we can measure everything about it. The introduction of this universal unit is to bring the change to humanity. And Keshe Foundation on its own cannot do. And if we give it free, people just put it aside. Oh, it's something there. I learned something in my life. Man has respect for what he pays for. Every time we have given the service of the Keshe Foundation to any knowledge seeker, it's been wasted. When they pay for it, they stay there to get it. And this time, as knowledge seekers, we are responsible to bring that change. And knowledge seekers with the knowledge have set up the structure to bring that change because they believe in it, as I have, we worked on it, as I have, and they have, and the others like you. Some of us have the money, some of us have the talent, some of us have the knowledge. Every one of us has participated in this change. And this system, which is on the screen, is the beginning of that change. And it has to be implemented fast, that we don't let governments and those who see their interest in danger to be touched. You receive a box, which you see. This box will have an attachment separately coming to you. You connect that attachment to this box. For those who we choose to give that attachment to in the package, it's not all of you, this attachment connects wireless all these systems together. In the future, the energy supply will be supplied the same way, which means if the internet falls, the system doesn't fall, the communication, the data is not gone. You still can't cash your coin. You still can't live your life. Nothing will be lost. And as I said, we're the first private, group, coin, because we all build it together, they steal it from you, you've lost nothing. You prove to the structure that the thing is wrong, and we can follow it, we see where it's gone, we dismantle the coin, we give you a new one. Not to worry. I know so many knowledge seekers, so many friends who have lost their livelihood by buying cryptocurrencies, and their wallets have been emptied by thieves who could do. Let them empty. We have 1 million, 100,000, 20,000 of these units, and limited. And secondly, we have foreseen, the team has foreseen, the people who work on it, that automatically a second system, a fourth system, a fifth system, a 10th system will be sent to your house to change. You don't need these to get a card. A card for cash currency digital is for your personal use. These machines are the network system. These are the satellites of the foundation across this planet. And we need this to become untouchable in bringing peace, in getting governments and nations to work together in a way, because you're a millionaire. You're happy if your government, when your child and you're born, they give you $200 to buy a present and something, and you have to worry. Have you ever been in the shops where a mother picks up a food for a child, changes it because she can't afford it, buys the most rubbish thing because now she can give the same luxury as the richest man on this planet. This way, we bring the talents of the humanity, we make man peaceful, and a child is born in a house where there is love and no worries for living. You should not be born on the streets of Delhi, on the street, live and die on the street. I promise I'll bring the change. Now, with the help of knowledge seekers, some of you worked in the background with this, you know exactly who you are, and I thank you for it. Those of you who developed, those of you working on it, the man who set his life to bring this change because he knew how it can be done and how the ethos of the Keshe Foundation can be brought to reality. I thank all of you. Those of you who helped us, those of you who brought everything else in, and collectively we come to that point. One planet, one mankind, one currency, and one rule of law for all of us, irrespective, because nobody can colonize anybody else. China gets the same amount of shares of market as does Isle of Man, as does another nation. Voting right is equal. It's an economical forum for betterment of the humanity. And we have put enough reserve that we can support nations and governments for 2 centuries to come. And by then, man becomes man of space, and all these games he started as money will come. I hope, as knowledge seekers, I have given you to be proud to be, and as knowledge seekers, now is in your hand to make sure what we believed in, what we came in, delivered to bring the humanity. Buy the units, give it to us, tell us to us, give it to gift. We make sure who receives it has electricity and a phone line or connection to an internet with a Wi-Fi or whatever that can support the system initially till the what we call the antennas and the other systems which we are developing and is developed is added into, that they become independent, and then again as it is, progress in development in the coming time. we are not asking you, we are telling you, you wanted to change. You've been your dream to create peace. It's on your screen. You can go on the website and buy 10 units, 2 units. Please don't ask us, can I use my cash coin of the past? This needs to be done separately. In the future, we convert all your cash coins you bought to a cryptocurrency in this unit, which means you can spend it, it's yours, do whatever you like with it. Or you say, I gave a donation to the foundation, stays with the foundation. This way, you can exchange, go anywhere with it. With giving the coins to the governments, giving the shares of market to the nations, we guarantee that no bribery is there because all the coins is shown where it is. Nobody can steal. And every man is in it to live a comfortable life. We know there'll be abuses. We don't close our eyes. We try to find a way to convince mankind to change position. There'll be those who sit at home because now I have this, my government has to pay. You have to find a ways to do. Don't spend $1 million. It's not yours to go today and buy a house because now it can be changed to dollars or whatever and stop the rest of the year with it. We set structures for this not to happen. We cannot empty the wallet of lifetime. You live 100 years, you have 1 million. Spend it wisely. It's there to take poverty away. It's not there to create another mayhem. I hope I've given you what you've been yearning for, but my hope is not good enough. If you, as knowledge seekers and the human race, does not work to bring this system into operation. And surely we are not giving it away free because man has no respect when it's given something free. And time will change. In the next few weeks, we release the Keshe coin as a valid currency within the structure of the Keshe Foundation. You can buy things from each other, you can pay, and in turn, you start trading in it to buy a soap from the Keshe Foundation to buying another thing for another knowledge seekers in another part of the world. And gradually, the more you use it, the more prominent it becomes, the more it moves on. And as we set up as same contracts we signed in China and the other contracts which are coming up, you will see, will bring to us, we bring to our partners in operation the use of the Keshe coin. And hopefully in the next 10, 20 years, will become what we strive to and what we wanted to achieve for humanity. Now the coins are there to play. We need to set up the system that we can protect humanity interests and get out of the hand of central government, centralization of the what we call finances and trading amongst ourselves. And then gradually ourselves becomes a whole of humanity. As I said last week, knowing that this week will come, we make sure no child goes hungry to bed and no man has no shelter today. I've done my work, and now, as we say in English, the ball is in your court to play. A system which actually pays you to keep it. You become like people who work In old people's home, they give them an old man and they say, we pay you to look after. We give you the latest knowledge, the latest systems, and for you just to plug it and let it play on its own. And this guarantees that your children, your neighbors, your family does not get abused by the others to the lack of the funds. We will not see children getting in traffic because the parents have to sell them to have money to live. The child is already a millionaire. Humanity has paid for it. Gradually, you see an end to these processes. Nobody can cash your card because your eyes, your hand has to be in it. When this abnormality is seen, the monitoring group blocks the card, blocks your value till you clear exactly how it is on your safe. You have enough to live. I hope we have fulfilled part of the promise, and with this, there are more things to come, gradually built up to what we promised. Not to be governed, but to live, have the right to have a decent life from the time of birth to death. Nobody can cash somebody else's card because there's a limitation how much wealth you can keep. But you want to live, want to play the game of peace, enlightened. You still work, you still trade, but you don't have to worry about, am I going to have food? Some people will abuse it, but in time, they'll use it to improve themselves. Thank you very much in giving me the time, the opportunity, the trust over past years to build different part of this with help of knowledge seekers around the world to change the course for humanity. And this is not a talk. You all had the coins, you all used different things, and allows a bigger change. But now it's in the hand of the man and no government. We go for a break and we come back. And we'll see where we go. Rick, would you like to take us for a break?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Keshe. Well, it's a lot to digest there about the new coin, and it's quite an amazing thing. For our halftime break here in the 602nd Knowledge Seekers Workshop, I'd like to play a promotional video from the Keshe Foundation that was put out, well, almost 8 years ago now. And I thought it was timely just because of its kind of eternal nature. It seems just as clear and valuable today as it was back then. So it's about a 4-minute video, and then we'll have the second part of our show where people will have the opportunity to ask questions of Mr. Keshe. And our attendees here, you can raise your virtual hand, and then we can acknowledge you to open your microphone, and you can have an opportunity to ask questions. You can also post questions in the webinar chat or in the Q&A here in the Zoom, and also in the chat in YouTube. Okay, let's have a look at Blast to the Past with the Keshe Foundation, Introduction to the Keshe Foundation and Plasma Technology. Bear with me a minute, having a stubborn video here, so just have to jump start it to get it going. It's an old video, so I guess it's getting stuck. Let me see. Let's give it a try now.
The Keshe Foundation, an independent, non-profit, non-religious, space-based organization founded by nuclear engineer Mehran Tavakoli Keshe, is introducing to humanity the science of the universe, plasma science. Keshe Foundation develops universal knowledge in space technologies that provide solutions to major global problems, revolutionizing agriculture, health, energy, transportation, materials, and more. The application of plasma science in the form of specially developed plasma reactors and other devices will give humanity the real freedom to travel in deep space. Plasma science exists throughout the whole universe. It is here and it belongs to you. Our knowledge, research, and development regarding the plasma structure has progressed to the point of enabling everyone to participate in the process. Become a creator and understand the work of the universe for the good of humankind on this planet as well as in space. The use of megravs, nanomaterials, GANs, liquid plasma, field plasma, and other plasma technologies have come as a new dawn for humanity to progress and work in harmony with the universe. Conventional technology applications are wasteful, damaging, and cause pollution to the planet and all living beings. Plasma science provides solutions and improves existing methods and use of resources in all aspects that touch the lives of all beings. Plasma is defined by the Foundation as an entire content of fields which accumulate and create matter and is not defined by its physical characteristics like ionization or temperature. Also, with plasma science, we understand how we can convert matter back to the fields. Quoting from Mr. Keshe, MEGRAV stands for magnetic gravitational, which means plasma absorbs or gives. And every plasma has the both. It has give and it has take. And when they can't find the balance, they distance themselves until they find the balance they can give to the others. That they can receive what they want to receive and give further. Certain atoms and molecules release and absorb magnetic or gravitational fields. Released fields are available to be absorbed by other objects. The Keshe Foundation has developed a way to gather these free-flowing fields from the environment within a resourceful and beneficial new state of transitional matter, which MT Keshe named GANs. The first step of the process of the formation of various basic types of GANs is nano-coating metals. This is carried out either chemically by etching, steam coating with sodium hydroxide, or thermally by heating, fire coating by gas burner. During either coating process, gaps between outermost layers of atoms are created. The residual coating is often referred to as nano-coating, defined by the structured layers of nanomaterial, which build up during the creation process of the coating. Nano-coated metal in interaction with other various metal plates in a saltwater solution creates MEGRAV fields. These fields then attract available elements to form a specific GANs, which collects and settles at the bottom of the container. This GANs is formed from independent energized molecules like little suns that can be used in various applications.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I thought it put a lot of information into a short video. Before we continue, Mr. Keshe, I have a attendee EduFlight 002 who is I think, wanting to come in as panelists. Is that correct?
Pardon?
We have an 002 Edu Flight 002.
This is China. This is Chinese.
Do I bring them in, or do they just?
I don't know who they are. I don't know.
Let me allow them. I'll allow them to talk.
I don't know who is 002 Education, but this shouldn't be here because that's what Chinese for their sessions.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think the Chinese community, we don't know who it is.
Maybe they
just open their phone, we listen to what it is, and then just be prepared to, we don't know who it is. The hand has gone down.
Okay.
It could be a mistake.
I'll disable the talking for now, and if they still have a question or need to do something, they can put their hand up again.
Yeah.
Okay, please continue, I guess.
Not much. I think I've said enough. I created enough headache for you knowledge seekers. You wanted a change, and the change is on the table. And we need to bring this change about. And we need to balance this change in the correct way. It's not going to be all milk and honey, as we say, but it's a beginning of the time to make sure everybody gets some milk and honey. Place, position does not become the cause of superiority. This is important to us because whether looking down the line, as we become part of the universal community, they have no banks, they have no charge, they get here, they have access to everything because they know how to tap into universal energy. To that point, mankind needs help. And this is an interim position. It's an interim solution to bring the change and to allow the change to happen. And one man cannot decide the fate of so many. We have a beautiful saying, Farsi. I love the expression. It says, it takes one crazy man to throw a stone in a water well and block the water. And it takes 40 intelligent men to find a way to get that stone out. And now we have one of those running one of the leading nations in the world, and the rest of humanity is suffering and cannot get it sorted. So many people have lost years of work. So many people have no home to go to, where now this will change. You can live anywhere you like. You choose who you want to pay taxes and where. So it become more attractive for nations to attract you to be there, to make it easier and cheaper, more affordable than actually kicking you out because somebody decided color and a race is better than the other. Is there any question I try to answer regarding this technology and this new development? Don't forget, you asked for change. Is exactly what I did years ago. When I gave the key of the technology to the government, many knowledge seekers left the Keshe Foundation. He is one of them. He's giving it to them for them to decide. Now I'm giving it to you first. You got 2 months to move. When I give it to the government, God help you. The first thing they do, they try to dismantle it because they see they lose power. If we set up enough of this system across this planet that cannot be interfered, nobody can touch it. You are in charge. You buy and sell, you live, you You educate yourself. All the Keshe Foundation teachings, all the archives of the Keshe Foundation worldwide will go into the system. You'll find out in maybe a year time, you need to upload it, upgrade it, add additional, what do you call it, memory bank to be able to house everything which is getting loaded. And then we support you more and more. And how we can bring that change. I'm doing a lot of work with different governments. I'm doing a lot of things to bring this about. And in the next few weeks, we start delivering step by step this technology, this process to those who can bring the change. They appreciate what it is, how it is, what it can be. So now we have to work together as fast as possible. We need at least 2,000 of these units in public around the world. Don't forget, it's a good investment, 10% return on the capital. And at the same time, if you hold the system for 10 years, the valuation on you paid 2,000 euro will worth 24,000 euro. Because every year you receive that 2.4 cash coins, which is valued about 1,000. Give it a gift to your son, to your newborn child, and put away without you doing anything further. The investment of cash coin, and when he grows up, when he's 18, he has 72,000 in his bank, and he's done nothing. He just paid 2,000 for it to start. And this is what we need to do. This is what we have to do. This is not something you pay as a membership, 2,000 every year. You buy it once, you set up part of the network. In a way, we're setting up the biggest memory bank, the biggest network that nobody can break into. And you have created an investment for your generation. If you buy 10 of them and you put them in 10 locations which have got nothing to do with each other, and you have put away $250,000. If you are money oriented, and if you are not, and you say, I have the money, I pay for 20 units, we give you the list of the names and the nations they come from, knowledge seekers we know, and you decide. Give them a lifeline, and you give a chance for humanity to become untouchable to all these craziness we've seen, especially in the past 6 months. We always said, if you're English, it says, how many blondies does it take to change a light bulb? How many blondie men takes to change the whole humanity and what I call what man built for centuries? One. With this, we don't have any more egos because we are all the same. I'm not richer than you. Look, okay, you want to run an office and everything? I'm a millionaire like you are. I don't need you to tell me, humiliate me to work. Meager things just to stay alive will take this away from the framework. And you see how humanity changes. If you look, people work 2 shifts, 3 shifts, day and night, just to have enough work lifetime, just to live, to put a food in the mouth of your child. Now you don't. That time is over. And I promise, by the time I go, I change the humanity, and this is the beginning of it. I'm not doing it. Everything is done. All it is, you have to apply it. There's much more to come. Transportation using these systems. Gradually, we explain to you what happens. As I've said many times, if I tell you how beautiful the other side is, you all commit suicide. And make this life so beautiful that no one needs to commit suicide, because this is what is on the other side. So I leave it to you. You decide how you play the game of your life. But don't blame humanity. Go to your government. Say, we have 10 million people in this country. We can get $1 million. And every man will get it. Doesn't go to your government. You collect, you do, and we live. You remember when I gave the key freely to the government? The first two were difficult, and then we couldn't stop. Every day, every week, we had a call from one government and one embassy. Can we have the key? Can we have the knowledge? Even brought President Obama to ask for it. You do your job. Go to your government. Say, we don't need you. We have set up an independent system. We can all live. And funny enough, we own companies which pay us to live. And we would like to give you, according to every man and woman on this planet, in this nation, 1,000 shares that you can cash, and tell everybody in your government, in your nation.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I thought it put a lot of information into a short video. Before we continue, Mr. Keshe, I have a attendee on the Edu Flight 002 on the background. Just a second here. I think one there. Sorry about that. That was a repeat from a few minutes ago.
Okay. So have you heard what I said, or do I have to repeat?
Yes, it just came in now. It's all good.
Oh, good. Okay. So let's play the game. This is the game of life. It's a life changer for all of us. And I've done my part. There's still teams of people, that are individuals who put all their life day and night to bring this change in different shape or format. I had the pleasure of sitting in front of the woman yesterday. She told me how she has organized as a knowledge seeker to bring the Keshe Foundation into the structure of the universities. Full research, full development support, and everything else. And I thought, hey, I didn't want to talk to this woman 6 months ago, because she came out with a different thing. And now I see what she's doing, what is there. And since everything is organized, so I can organize everything you want, that from now on, we can bring PhDs to research on the Keshe Foundation technologies and different things. But other knowledge seekers in past few weeks, that they have established companies, that they want to bring the companies through the technology into Keshe Foundation, that it changes. We see the change, we see the movement. But this is one of the most fundamental things that we need to do to get rid of central control. We are all in charge, we are all in control of. Get rid of monetarism, that whoever makes more, how you can fiddle the taxes, and brings a position that hopefully in the next few months, when we go into the full application, we can feed the world through this 1 million. There'll be a lot of money to spend when the food costs 1 cent for every meal, as much as you can take energy from. Now you understand. We have to end now with this technology, with this opportunity which has been created by knowledge seekers, what I call Vatican City. They do not know how much to steal and rob from the nations, and outside people live in cardboard boxes with starvation. We don't have religions. We have no religion. Money-making system. This doesn't go with no religion. This goes with a commitment to serve humanity. You don't need to pray 5 times a day, and you don't need to go and bang your head against the wall, and you don't need to go and change the regime. I decide I'm going to change the regime. There are no regime. The only regime left is how much you want to lose weight. If there's any question, we'll try to answer.
Okay, well, we have a kind of a technical question first from Alfred. It says, during the Keshe workshop of Thursday, 21st of April, 2022, you called for support. I did donate 100 euros immediately, and then asked if it is possible to give a loan of 1 Keshe coin. You said that is possible, and I did a payment of 1,000 euros to ABN-AMRO then, but I never got a confirmation of this. I have a screen print of the transaction. How can I proceed? Thank you, Mr. Keshe, for your generosity.
Every coin you bought, we have a copy of. We have registration. It's not lost. Unless you paid something goes by accident in the books, you have a proof, we have it. Share certificate, called coin certificate, has been produced in the past 2-3 months. And those of you who need it, you can ask for it, you receive it. But no one who's bought a coin, you lost the coin. After, if you read the text which is on the internet, after January, you can ask to change your coin into digital, which means when you receive the card, you put that coin on your card. You can spend it to whatever you like on it. Till then, if you ask, you receive. So we had to do these certificates for the banks because they asked us. It's not something we're just doing it. Some banks, when the knowledge seekers for the Keshe coin as donation, they wanted to see the certificate. So it's produced to that purpose. It's not just because I say so. And if you want a copy, it's there because we always worked on the trust, and your coin is not lost. Many knowledge seekers buy 5, 10 to 20 coins, and they shop and they keep on reducing from their coin. Many knowledge seekers use this facility. Sorry, I have a very bad cough and cold in the past few days, so I have to keep on meditation to be stopped. So you have not lost your coin. If you want a coin, or when it comes to after January, when the system is fully set up, you receive a note. Do you want to keep a hard copy, or do you want to make it digital? But it's been there. We haven't lost a single coin. Date paid, who paid, how paid, which bank paid, it's all registered. A lot of knowledge seekers shop with coins continuously. Every month, every year, every 6 months, they just buy more coins, and like the products, they buy products, it gets deducted of their coin. The functions we have once a month, they buy. There's conferences they pay with. It's very normal. It's a currency we already use. It's not something you put away. But if you bought a coin and you kept it, or you have it, there is there. we can shop with it from the, what do you call it, or in the coming time, because I know in about 2, 3 years, 1 or 2 years, there will be thousands of products on this platform of these systems that you can shop on. And this is what it is. This is the beginning of the revolution in condition of us. And because we have done it before, we know how to do it. We're backing it with the material, we're backing it with the income of the stock market company. And we know it's a coin which pays to be, and then you'll see a larger scale structure of it in the coming time. If you remember, we launched the coins maybe 7, 8 years ago.
Are you still there, Mr. Keshe?
Yes, I'm listening. If there are any other questions, I can answer.
Sorry. We have 3 hands up here, so let's address that. Mothir Jan, you can go first, please. And then we have Antonio and Azar.
Hello, Mr. Keshe, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah, actually, I sent a message a month ago regarding me asking a question whether he'll be able to join with the company over here in India. So I talked to my company.
Can you please, can I stop you, please? Write to the where you send the email, because everything was made ready or prepared for what you wanted, and this does not work. Yeah, this you have to write. This is not the place to talk about it. Write to the foundation, the email, and you get response.
Okay, Mr. Keshe, I have given another mail. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry for the inconvenience caused.
Thank you very much. Just because this is to do with the commercialization, and we don't want name of companies and people to go out, because we know what so many people in the background can damage things and create problems for you and the others. So we protect your interests and our interests and everything else.
Okay, okay.
Thank you
It
very much.
took nearly more than a month to talk to many people.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Antonio, would you like to go next, please?
Yep, thank you, Rick. Thank you, Mr. Keshe. Very exciting.
Thank you. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Thank you. Everything's good. Just a little bit exhausted today from pulling out the vines, the vineyard. Finito. No more wine.
Why? You had enough drink?
Yeah, they're not offering enough money. It's not worth it, and I'd rather put it into cash coins or something like that.
This is strange, you know, when I look at how do the farmers going to live the way it's going.
Yeah, it's getting harder, getting very difficult. A lot of farmers here are going broke, so they're looking at alternatives.
What are you going to do, knowing you've been around a long time with us? What are you going to do, knowing that now people can get fed with 1 cent on a mobile phone than having a wine from a vineyard?
Well, that's it. I'm pulling them out. I still got fruit trees, and some people still want to eat the fruit. I've got fruit trees, organic, and a few veggies. But I'm your age, and I'm
which means you're very young. You know, there's an old say. They say the one with the black hair can, but he doesn't know how. The one with the white hair, he knows, but he can't. The best is your age and my age, a bit silver, grayish, white, we know and we can. So it's a good age to be in.
Yes.
We have the experience.
Yeah, I've picked up a paintbrush now. I'm doing a bit of artwork just to keep my take my mind off world events. Just seems to relax me. Just a question on the new unit. What's it called again? Sorry, the $2,000 euro unit. What is it called? Sorry.
Well, look, it's on the screen. Rick, would you like to bring it up?
How is that spelled again?
We just brought it up. The unit which has just been put up. There. You've just been showing me that.
Yeah, short-term memory. If I purchase a unit, and my life is going to be whatever, how many years left, can I pass that on to anybody, or does it need to be?
Yes. This machine will run for as long as it runs till it breaks down or whatever by age. You don't need to do anything with it. You just put it on the shelf. Make sure it doesn't heat up because it runs 24 hours a day, and make sure there's no dust on it, that it clocks it up. Yeah, you can give it with the cash coins which come through this operation. If somebody decides in their will that they put it back in the central, what do you call it, pot as we call it, it goes back in the central pot. If you want to share it amongst your children, you have a machine and it's your right. Nobody can ask you. We don't interfere. There is no interference with this. Once the coin is on your card, is on your wallet, is yours for life. But as we have set up a structure that the world population can change 14 times plus, and we still have money to spend. You understand?
Yep, very good.
So you can put it back in the pot. So if it's a coin, the machine, you can leave it to somebody else. Tell them don't unplug it, because then we have to find somebody else to put something to cover your spot.
When you say don't unplug it, what about if we have a power outage?
No, it doesn't matter. It reboots itself automatically.
Okay.
Everything is automatic. It reboots itself. It's just that we need to spread this as many as we can. We need at least 2,000 to stay secure from hacking or for interference or bringing it down or going out. Because, and second, when they do, they can do 5 or 10 units. The other units will carry on doing it.
Now, I cannot purchase more than one, or just as one per family?
We can purchase as many as we like. There is no, we can have 2 in the house, put one up, one down, whatever you like. You want 10, but what do you call it? It gives more or less, if you look at it, it's 12% return, which is huge. But because we pay through the coin at this moment, it might not look much, but each coin is about the value it will be kept at €1,000. You understand?
Yeah. Okay.
And if you can look after it like gold that doesn't get damaged, is in a nice dry place, because they work, they get heat up and whatever, you have a milking cow.
Good.
You understand?
And just another question with the cosmic ray balls. And one day when I'm gone, where does the balls go? Back to you?
No, you can tell us. People can tell us what it is. If they don't know it, they must probably throw it away. This thing is a marble. But if it is what it is, you can let us know if something happens. We can't know. We know this happened very recently in past week. Knowledge seeker who bought one died by the time we could get it to him. by accident, total accident, young knowledge seeker. And one of our knowledge seekers was responsible for it. He was distorted. What am I going to do with it? So just sit and wait and see, inform his family. This is what is bought. This is what it is. And what can we do and what can it be done? And we'll see how it takes shape. We can return it to us.
Yeah, okay.
But if you can afford 10 units and we give it to, because this is an income earner, you understand? And if the families have $200 in next, we don't want to say anything because the profit there, what we pay as cash coin with this machine, connected to market rate shares of us, the profit from market rate share can change a lot of things. I structured it this way. And when we lost millions, which we came to you, that you all helped, was to bring this 5 years ago. The structure was set up to whatever we are offering now to be brought up to bring the peace earlier. There was a different plan for it, and we learned a lot from it. But if you have, let's say, 50,000, you can buy 25. It gives you 50,000 for the next 10, 20 years.
Yeah.
And we, after the first 2,000, we stopped this because we think 2,000 to 10,000 secures the network. You understand? Mm-hmm. And when first 2,000, we give this incentive. The next, we see we are secure enough, we reduce the payment, and then the rest of it. But it's a lifetime contract of the system. But paying...
It's a fantastic investment. It's a great investment if anyone understands it.
Yeah, we're investing in humanity, not on return.
Yeah.
I passed 3-4 years after this incident, which I put a lot of my personal finance in, and before that, and many knowledge seekers helped. I said to myself, and I said, I must have been a fool financing millions and millions for the foundation. I could have bought myself a palace. I could have bought myself everything else. I put foundation and its progress ahead of my own private life. But now we see the change. Now we see the development of technology. While this session is going on, while we are teaching, one of the biggest revolutions in science ever is happening in the background. I get reports on. We are monitoring the soul of a person. I get the pictures continuously where there were two souls and they think the person is crazy or something else, but now they see there two physically is there, and we have facilities to allow it to happen. The person can see. You've never seen this. When we say, and this is knowledge, this is a game changer for many, many things. Why do we put a young person into mental institute when we don't understand? When I said there are two souls years ago, if you remember the teaching, in the same body, now we build a system which is showing it is two souls in it. I can show it to you. I've got the permission to show. You've never seen, but now humanity is saying we can even mark your soul. Once we finish with this process, I have a permission to show for knowledge to be spread on, to take up. Changes pain. His young person suffers for life because everybody thinks it's crazy. It's not. It's there. And we have the facility, we have the knowledge to allow the energy to be absorbed. We don't kill, we make 1 hour. And it's beautiful. One day, once we finish with this process, we'll make a file of it and I put a session the way we did with the Maghreb system, we put a session on teaching just for you to see how two souls exist in one person. And that's where the money goes. This is worth more than anything in the world. When you see a person seeing, I'm not crazy, I don't have this there, we see it, and we can set it up for it to, and for the family to see the beauty of it. The child is perfect.
Yeah.
You understand? This is the beauty of a knowledge, not selling a Gans ball or whatever. We have to do those to get to here to understand.
Mm-hmm. I did approach the military in Australia to suggest to them that there is a solution for post-traumatic for soldiers that returned and are suffering, and they didn't really want to know. So I'm just wondering, when will they understand that what you have is a game changer and it helps a lot of people?
A knowledge seeker years ago told me, not the knowledge seeker, it's the guy who was around up now, Keshe Foundation, I believe it when it's on CNN. So we have to do enough to get on the CNN, people will believe us. But we have enough that we don't need CNN. It's just having trust in ourselves will bring that change. I always say,
Thank you.
it's good to be there. It's good to see you can change things. It's good to see we have gathered enough knowledge that we can help each other.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
And we are just another, what I call, block on the building. There's more blocks to go on top. I always say the most beautiful time for a human race comes when Mitra takes over after me. And the love within her is beyond imagination. The daughter of Mitra will bring the love of universe. And we have to let her grow in her infancy the way she is. And just monitor. And then you will see the beauty of the creation. I'm doing all the rough work, clean up and brushing humanity. She will take humanity to the Garden of Eden. And then you enjoy what life is.
Yeah, I'm just looking, it's just nice to see that there's a bright future ahead.
It is, if we strive, we will do. If we decide to do, we can do. And it's how we understand each other. That's a problem. We prefer not to understand.
Yeah.
If you, I was listening, I know you've been very much closely watching Palestine and the rest for past years with me. What came to me in the past few weeks is that in whose God's name we allow two thieves with criminal records, one about 2,500 cases and the other guy with 30, 40 cases, decide that they want to change the regime of a government of 80 million. Change of regime. Killing another world leader. Yeah. I say on the street, I want to kill someone, they put me in prison. How these two are doing it, I don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah, I just...
and we have to go so low that we can't go any lower. Anything we do goes upwards. I think we're in that age.
Yeah, we just had a beautiful protest in Sydney, Australia. 300,000 people walking across the Sydney Harbour Bridge. It's wonderful to see that there is a lot of support.
There's a huge amount of support. I saw report very recently where the soldiers have been told, shoot the children, parents will leave the country. And is this, oh, shall we do this with you and your child and see if you run the country? If you leave, we do this with you. There's an exodus of Israelis out of Israel. And many of these people are ex-IDF who killed many. And they think by escaping the country, they don't know they still have to pay for the rest of their lives and their families for what they're escaping from. The escaping from physicality, but what's in the head and what is set up by the souls will not escape you.
Yeah.
This is the picture of life what they try to ignore. And we'll see in time. We'll see in time.
Yeah.
We'll see what comes up and what goes up. As now we've seen these pictures. I don't know if you've seen it. It's the security pictures. It's not the open to public pictures. One missile has hit a central what we call nuclear center in Tel Aviv. They put the nuclear material, everything else, what they call this, you know, they said the Palestinians hiding everything under the hospital. It's because they do it themselves. They don't do it, but they do. Because they do the thing others do. We say in Farsi, kafar hamra v'kishwan. One who denies the God, he thinks everybody else is godless. This is the story of the tribe. And this missile is one of the last missiles which was released by Iran. Has destroyed 28. This is a statistic from the Israeli security. It's videoed. You will see it one day. Has destroyed 28 high-rise apartment block, because on the basement of these blocks was nuclear warheads and training center. You multiply, usually Jewish buildings has 6 or 8 or 4, usually 3 to 4 people in it, multiply by 20, and then you see how many people have been wiped out. And then what are the figures? 28 by 20 is how much? 560, correct? Now multiply it by another, let's say 4 apartments per floor. 2,000. Let's say 3 people per apartment. 6,000 people wiped out. Where is the statistic? All these buildings were empty. You understand?
Yeah.
And if they were empty, they're all in the cellars. The whole building is on top of them. They're buried in their own bomb shelters. They can't even get them to get them out. Now you understand. Total losses of the Israelis is in excess of 100,000. I just received some information, Pascal. There are people who are still dying from last month accident. They couldn't survive the damages.
Okay.
You understand? It's what
So
for?
the anniversary. The anniversary was yesterday of Hiroshima. I think it was the anniversary, 80 years. And many of the survivors are wanting for nuclear weapons to be banned, and because they know from experience, it's terrible.
Yes, they should. As for the proposal, and this afternoon before the teaching, I invited the Russian nuclear team to join us. We are setting up a consortium of Chinese, Russians, Iranian, and Keshe Foundation, an organization or scientific group to build. We have the knowledge, it's just building it for everybody to see that we can use it, to build a nuclear power station, nuclear system that has no nuclear material. In a way, we produce nuclear radiation that in slowing down creates heat to be used for power stations, because we can't close our power station, but we can get the fuel rods out and replace it with this new technology. There is no fuel in the reactor, but it creates a radiation, which cosmic ray radiation, which creates that process of the radiation. And I asked my officials in Iran, can I? They said yes, go ahead. To set up a research team, there will be most probably 200 of us very soon, to develop the first non-nuclear nuclear power station. And the minute you switch off, there is nothing, because you close the radiation, there is no more radiation. We have the knowledge, we already built the system which can confirm it can be done. Are we going to kill our nuclear physicists more? And this is the craziness with this wrestle monkey from Ukraine called Mr. Netanyahu. We'll see. We'll see what changes will come.
Thank you, Mr. Keshe. Thank you for all what you do. Thank you very much.
I read you just what I tell you. I read you, this is a message of the top officials of the Russian structure. And then you see what I tell you is exactly what it is. And we have close communication with Russian teams. And I read you to see it's not something I just say. I wrote, we are setting up a joint collaboration research for development of non-nuclear material radiation nuclear power plant. This means systems which have no solid nuclear material, and there is no radiation and nuclear waste, but creating nuclear radiation that can be used to run a usual nuclear power station for electricity. This is a game changer, and a developer of the technology, as the developer of the technology, it is an honor to invite our nuclear scientists, our nuclear scientists from Russia, to join us in this development. In fact, we have all the benefits of nuclear power station without having any waste and no possibility of nuclear accident. Please let me know if your government is interested to be part of the project. This is how we work. I work closely with Russian nuclear physicists, space people, and this is transmission time is today at 14:21. Before I come to teach. And before that, I was negotiating with the Iranian nuclear physicists, and I was negotiating with the Chinese. Let's do it. And this is how we are in a position of to bring the change we have to do.
Yeah.
We'll see. Now I put the game, you knowledge seekers kept on telling me, you gave the thing to the government. Now I give it to you first. You don't do it, I give it to government and then see what they do with you. The conditions they put for you to get to your coins. That'll be interesting. Do you know what you're going to say? You didn't give us enough time. We needed 10 years. You give us 10 weeks. You got 10 days to change it. Any other question? Thank you very much for all your support. Always appreciated your generosity and working and bringing that change.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Antonio. And Azar, you're up next. Please go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Keshe. Good morning, Rick. And good morning, everyone. Mr. Keshe,
You're still alive.
yes, I'm still alive.
I thought I killed you this morning.
Mr. Keshe, I have a few questions regarding this system and then the cash coin. You see, this system, what's the relationship between this system and cash coin? If you have a system, you have to have a cash coin. You have a cash coin, you have to have a system.
No, the system is when you have a bank, you need a network of being able to run your bank. Yeah, that you go to any ATM, you go to any branch here, you have an account here. This is how much you hold. Yeah, needs a structure. This is the structure.
Okay.
All the data of the cash coins, all the data of the stock is kept, and these have access to it. And nobody can break into it to take it, because the minute you take it, we put another one up and replaces what you've taken. So it doesn't work. These are mini computers without a screen, without anything. And this is the way, because there are two things with this technology. First of all, the network connecting to each other, they're connected. Secondly, we are adding a cosmic ray antenna to this, which means it connects it to every single unit across this planet. You understand? And there are a lot of advantages into this, so we don't need communication system. If you've been on the systems with Dr. Kirk, or some of you received those Trinity systems, you put the thing on your head and you have the unit in front of you, you have no connection, because we developed this technology of connecting, and we use it extensively in our development. So this is the building. What you see is the building. What's inside it is the furniture. The cash coin and the other things are people who come to use it. You understand?
So not everybody needs to have this machine. We just
No. This is a. Do you carry a server on your back wherever you go with your mobile phone when you go on to different apps? No. This is, instead of having one central computer that anybody can attach whatever, now we split this to 10,000. It's got to go 10,000 we feel comfortable. We have to find a way to get as many out. So now these are all mini computers. You see, this is, I'll tell you what happens. You know, you say, I got hacked, somebody's in my computer. They come to load a system they come to use a computer like this, to use it for the data storage and the rest of it. So this does that. Nobody can go in it to do anything with it. But you create a facility and house or whatever, for this to run. Doesn't do harm. It doesn't interfere with any of the things you have in the house. It's just a little boy on his own in the corner playing the game. But it spreads the risk and brings a connectivity that everybody is safe. The coins are credit card. You've seen it. Rick can bring it up. The coins are credit card. You have money in your pocket. Doesn't matter what's in the bank, what goes on in the bank. When you want the money, you put it in the ATM. With the cards, there's an app will promote it. You can literally, in the house you're shopping, instead of sending your money to a bank or going to getting your bank pay, you just swap your card on your mobile phone and it pays your bill, because the bank will accept the cash coin. We can't tell you too much what we are doing, because then we'll see what happens. The minute we say we are doing something, there's a bunch of terrorists in Germany and in Belgium. They start moving. They think they're very big. But in a way, they shoot themselves in the foot. We have no problem with it. But this is like a clock part. You can't spend it anywhere. It will not increase value. Nobody plays with it. And like a cash coin, This internal system. But this internal system will be internal system for the whole humanity in incoming time. Because there is no IMF, there is no central bank, there is no cryptocurrencies of Chinese and the other one making theirs. This is everyone's cryptocurrency. What I see, you remember when I told you the time will come that the Jews will jump into the water to try to get in? And just 1 second, please. I have to do this. So this system is to spread the load that we are all in it, and we all protect human race. Next movement.
Okay, Mr. Keshe, so with this system, if you see how your technology always upgraded and then you got a new generation, sometimes you had a big machine, suddenly became like a small headset. Is this going to change as well? This is going to stay?
This system we buy and we modify the way we want it, because there's a modification to it. But as we grow, we ask you to buy another, because this carries 4 terabytes. As the size of the shops and number of the users of the bank increases, we go to 8 terabytes. Let me tell you, we need a second one. And it's your choice. You buy a hard disk from outside and you add to it. You understand? It's just the more the information increases, the number of people, usage increases, then we acknowledge that we ourselves we provide some of the facilities in the background, but we don't talk about it. You got to understand, as I said, this is monitored 24 hours a day by monitors, by evaluators. So we see things long before it happens, and we have some knowledge of how to handle it, but those are in the computer business. They know how it works. It's a standard procedure. But use as a network this way, to the extent we are putting it through, it's never been done. But in a way, instead of buying huge computers and you can get hit, we split the computer right across all planet. Your credit card doesn't change. And if they steal your card and you're sincere for what you do, you know the way we tell you, can we put you on the tester? The way I will show you how we see the energy inside people. This energy, the way I sat the guy in front of me in the Sansano, I said he's planning to kill me, is the guy here to kill? And it happened that way. We just put you, can you put your iris on live and we see the energy effect? You're lying the truth. And 99% you're correct, that's what you've done. Don't worry, we replace your card. Doesn't matter if it was 1,000 card or you had 1 card, you already spent 90% of it, you get 1 for 1,000, because humanity pays for it. It's not, I'm not a bank to make money and then find every excuse not to. I'm here to make your life easy.
Okay, Mr. Keshe, so for example, if we need 2,000 of these to be spread around the planet, so if somebody buys 2,000 of this in one go and send it all over the world, it should be okay too.
Yes, but do you know such a rich person?
Yeah, I can find one.
Give me somebody with 4 million. You don't know, our developers will kiss your hand.
Oh, okay. So somebody can buy all of it and send it all around.
No. You see, your card has to be loaded with your ID. These have to be loaded at the factory point with what we want. Add a cosmic ray antenna to it. Yes, automatically we send it out. If you find somebody who can, and then whoever receives it will have the first 2,000 or whatever, an income for life as long as the machine works.
And then, yes, and then, for example, with the cash coin, I think I have a few of them. I don't know how many I have, but I don't know anything about digital currency. When they came out, I bought it. But the only thing is, I can take my cash coin to the supermarket and shop with it.
In a time to come, yes, we are working on it, because every time we say something,
but
at the moment, no, you can shop in Keshe Foundation, and we're getting some of the knowledge seekers who produce things, to use cash coin as a payment. There are some of the organizations cash knowledge seekers work or develop, they become well operated, well profitable, and they say they don't mind if they accept a few cash coin because they know they can cash it later on. Yes.
But Mr. Cash, why is it that other people I know, like somebody was telling me, like he sent crypto to his wife and he cashed it, but how come we cannot do it with this? What's the difference?
We then become bankers and there's other regulations and they try to bring us down.
Okay,
in a coming time, you can cash it in any currency. But that needs the first 2,000 to go out that they cannot touch us. Secondly, as it spread across humanity, let's say there's 1,000 in America. American government can put their police to get 1,000 from you. Brazilian one, Mexican ones, Canadian ones are working, so they're connected to each other. What's that time? That's why we want to spread it across nations. If we receive a donation, we give a lot to the Africans who can have a house, not somebody who's on the street, and a lot to knowledge seekers around the world that no government, there's no centralization to do. And secondly, you cannot, especially once we add the antennas to it, there is no system to interfere with it. You cannot hack it. And so it become, in a way, we're setting in a structure which should have been here from the beginning, but now it's there, we can do it. It takes taking time. It's not something there. You understand, we put the seed of the cash coin, the one ID basis. Knowledge seekers see it, they see it, we explain what a cash coin can do. They work on it to develop a technology to fit. It says, my wish is my command. I wished it, I developed, I brought it out, and knowledge seekers deliver it. You understand?
Yeah, Mr. Cash, so if I want to explain to a person that wants to buy 2,000 of them, how do I tell him if he wants to buy it, how can I explain to him this machine can make him income? How does it make him income?
Put him on the line to me, that's my job. If you have such a friend, I have the knowledge to explain.
Okay.
Yep, there's no problem. It's just that we need to spread it very fast. We want to launch this by 999. That's hopefully a system that it will go. And if you see the target and we have enough, but you have to understand now, once we start going, we have to get the manufacturers to deliver, and then you receive a separate package for the other parts, and you are automatically online. You automatically connect all the way around the world, and then we can launch everything else in it. And then we have to bring the developers to transfer all the Keshe Foundation website onto this, and it cannot be taken down. It cannot be, we say it cannot be hacked. They can hack, but they get a few, and then we have enough to back up.
Thank you, Mr. Cash.
You're welcome. Have a nice time. Have a taco on my behalf.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cash.
Any other question?
Okay, I'll remind our attendees you can put up your virtual hand and ask a question at this point in time. Let me see if we look at our webinar chat, we have some questions. There's one question from Marlene. Dear Mr. Keshe, why do we still not have access to various websites in Belgium? Can this be resolved?
No. No.
Simple answer, no.
By the time we finish, there will be no nation called Belgium, because it'll go back to where it came from, between the French, the Dutch, and the Germans. They become part of what it used to. The second has one nation, one but one nation, one, what do you call it, race, they all become part of, they get diluted. They get diluted, and there's no worry to be worried because it's the same. All of us get diluted in this pot. We have closed, we have control, we have closed all access to the Belgium, what do you call it, access. Some Belgians go to Holland and buy the goods, and they want to be post-Belgium. No, we return their funds. It's happened many times. We have beautiful Belgium supporters and knowledge seekers, but you never know what these devious people are up to. When a person poisons his own child to kill, then you can see how low it is. Forget about the husband. You have mercy on the dog, let alone the child you born. Any other question?
Okay, we have we have a question from last week and this week from Chung, who his question is, I want to ask, why do pregnant women tend to eat more than usual? How can we reduce this need in this area?
Ask him a question. Is he or she pregnant? Is it a he or is it a she?
Well, the name Chung, it seems like a male, but I'm not clear on that. It's hard to tell these days.
By principle, you have to feed two, and by principle, the layer of the skin of the mother, it doesn't make any difference in absorption of the fields from the environment. But you have to feed that physicality, and you have to increase this physicality by cells. It's the amount of energy needed to build up the cell.
Well, he or she mentions, is the baby in the womb of a pregnant woman capable of absorbing 80% of its nutrients from the environment? And is it capable of this when it's born, or is it influenced by the parents' habits?
Oh, it's all the same. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. It is there, and it will carry on to be there. Just because you're inside doesn't mean that you don't absorb from outside. We absorb a lot from outside.
And from the baby's point of view, what's inside and what's outside to it? It's in this.
Inside is feeding itself, and outside is the womb of the mother, isn't it?
Yes. So it's like two reactors, two-layered reactor there. He goes on to say, he or she goes on to say, I heard some information online that the umbilical cord should not be cut when it is just born. Can you discuss this information further?
There are a lot of school of thoughts. There's a lot. One of the things for sure is the biggest mistake our doctors make, I think, if I can say that, or there's been a pattern, is to wipe the oil or the cream or whatever, the fat, which is on the body of the newborn child. This scientifically is not just for the mother or the child that is inside. This creates a lot of immunity for the child. And we do a lot of things because we've been told to do. And there are things we don't do to our children. We don't do it to ourselves. We should do it to our children. How we wash them, how we... if you're a British, you know, British have never had water. And to take a bath was a very big thing. Sorry, Richard, I'll put it that way for you. But whenever we Queen Victoria took a bath, the whole nation knew that was once a year, where a Coleman always washed himself every day. And now to be very posh, British wash their children every day before they go to bed. Their skin becomes sensitive. You get all the illnesses because they have no immune system. And it's the same with a newborn child. Let that cream stay on the body for a few days. It doesn't make it smell. It takes the child and it gets absorbed, it strengthens the bone, the physical structure of the child. And it's how the school of thought has been. This is our problem. Do we cut America? What happens if you don't do? Nowadays, in olden days, most of the children died at this stage of cutting the cord because the infection got in, both mother and daughter died. My grandmother died this way of giving birth, and the child left 5 children orphaned for life. What happens if we don't cut it? How does it dry? Does it infest? Does it rot? We don't know. It's just that what we traditionally is being cut. Traditionally, our body should have rejected at the point of the way we covered the hole in our heart to become one system at the point of first breath. Body should have developed, or nature should have developed a system that it cuts itself, separate the two, but it doesn't do, and separation of it has killed many mothers. What's the school of thought? What about the children who are born in water nowadays, especially in Russia? It's all the point where we believe how we like to do it. Any other question?
Yes, Gail had a question with the cosmic ray aerial on the unit. Do we need to connect to the local service provider for Wi-Fi or internet service?
Still, you have to. These are set up for the future. We try to provide you with a system, and then it comes in the future. We tell you what is set up and what is for. The unit will come from different place, antenna comes from a different place. The unit, the minute it arrives, is plug and play. You tune it to the Wi-Fi system, or you plug it into your system, and it just works for itself. It's like when you buy these, what do you call it, the robots cleaning the house. You don't need anything with it, just tune it to the thing and it takes its orders and everything else. It's more or less plug and play. Everything will be preset before it's sent out, or it gets, then we tell you how it gets loaded for you.
Would this be part of the, excuse me, of the Starlink system, or this would be
What?
The Starlink, Elon Musk.
Elon Musk Starlink.
System.
Elon Musk Starlink soon will be useless. I know things I can't say, but you'll find out all the investment done by Starlink, when they want, they can wipe it out. It's useless. It's got a lot of, it looks, you see, Americans, they make everything very glamorous because it's them. But you come and sit in with me with the military people, with the space people, it's the easiest bird to catch. And no. Very soon, from what we hear, Starlink will be all cleaned up. All the low-level orbits, satellites, which do not belong to a government, they will see it not done because it depends who supports or what he does. And he's done a lot of funny things with this Starlink. He has provided the Starlink data to the Israelis to kill as many Iranians as possible. And he calls himself a human. You don't know who this guy is. The Mr. Clean guy is as dirty as the others. When you give your system to kill people, you're as bad as the guy who takes it from you. Any other question?
Yes, we have a hand up with Filippo, I think, but I'm not sure if he's able to speak with translating at the same time.
They can't.
Right.
The queen of translation couldn't do it.
Perhaps he does. There is a question in the YouTube from Filippo. I think it's the same Filippo, and it goes, hello, Mr. Keshe. Can you expand a little on women's emotional multitasking?
You mean the creatures we don't understand? God haven't understood them yet, let alone us. But they do. Is the nature. The multitasking with the women is because they're mothers. It's been built that way. When you build, we see a lot of multitasking now with men. Men who, there's a lot of research getting on. I read some of these stupid researches, and one of them is something why men are becoming multitasking. Because we're getting so many fathers becoming house husbands, they are building a thing where they're working from home, but they have to listen where the baby is crying, if it's walking, if the other baby is something else, and they're building a sense of 2 or 3 things at the same time. So the new economical condition in West is creating what we call multitasking men. And this is why women became multitasking. They have to look after the child. There's a cooking going on because they got to come home, and if you don't have food, the whole hell breaks down. There's another one, God knows, done something in the potty. The other one, you got 3 or 4 of them. You have 4 eyes. So for you not to go crazy, you start what they call compartmentalizing sections and jobs. We call it multitasking. It's very interesting. I went to one of these meetings of the parents' meeting. You know, they have coffee morning ladies after they're dropping the children at school. And now you see 1 or 2 men sitting there with women chit-chatting, gossiping, because they have nothing else to do. They're house husbands. And it's becoming very common. Men are becoming multitask.
Yes, indeed. A question from...
multitask. I don't know if you know, there's also a report very recently out of Israel and out of American Air Force. Some of the most, what we call daredevils, some of the most, the things they do with these new aircrafts are women. Men won't dare to do it because women multitasking, controlling these aircrafts, because they're multitaskers, they can lift the plane, drive it up, at the same time turn it, and to them it's normal. Men are lost once they turn. They have to wait till the thing goes and then they turn it the other way. Now we are seeing very exclusive club of women who are becoming jet fighters, and they're outperforming men because they're multitasking. A lot of air forces are bringing women into operation because they see things men can't do. Don't forget, in one of the raids to Tehran, we captured the Israeli woman as a pilot. We don't send a woman into the war if she wasn't good enough. And what happened in Israel in the hand of the enemy. Anyway, I carry a lot of useless information when this part of you see the structure of the society. Any other questions?
Yes, we have a question from Jefferson Modesto, who's from Brazil. Regarding the plasma waters from One Cup, One Life, you told us that spraying them on the skin and ingesting them was not recommended for people with implants and or transplants. My question is, are there any restrictions on the use of the technology we're receiving by way of the headphones for people with these implants or transplants?
Don't use them. If you got a tooth implant, no, it's okay. But watch if you see any diversity. But in general, if you have implants or you have pacemakers, avoid working or being near any cosmic or gas materials. This fields, it infects. I know that because when we used to build the system, when we get near a heart, one of the ways is you check, you see if the system works or not. And I used to make handmade systems. For me to see if it matches, I just all tell them, can I just bring it to your chest? And they say, oh, it's got the pressure, whatever, it matches. If it doesn't, there's no connection. There is no connection. So yes, it does, because I use it to understand if it's connected with you or not.
So that goes even with the just the headphone connection, like in the transmutation sessions and that kind of thing as well.
We're advised not to. Yeah, please don't do. It's a field operation. It's not a jacket operation. You just put it on to stay warm.
Okay, a question from Danielle from the Brazilian community. Dear Mr. Keshe, I've learned a lot from your teachings. In the last two teachings, something different awakened in me. It is as if something is going to change in humanity. I do not know how, but I have been observing more than communicating. I watch the news, which is not good, and I feel that something big is going to happen. In your teachings, you teach us to travel in space to connect with our soul. Could you tell us if your teachings are preparing us for this big thing that is coming? If so, what will it be?
We are aware of something is about to change. What we do, even this unit today, is beginning of that change. How you gonna live if there's no banking system and all your internets have gone out and you can't have even food in the bank to eat? How are you gonna feed your child if it's hungry unless you put a headphone on the head and it feeds you? And the child goes happy, it's not hungry. So these things are available, and for those who use it, will go through part of this change. And they benefit by it, through it, and because of it. Yes, every time we said something and they say, oh, he's doing this. Yes, a huge thing. But somehow it gets delayed, a little bit later, a little bit later. But it does, it will be there. So I'm absolutely exhausted. Doesn't stop. In past 36 hours, I only had the chance to sleep 1 hour and 45 minutes. Getting things done for foundation.
Well, it sounds like we should consider wrapping up here, Mr.
No, I still got this 8 hours to go. I've got a shift till 2 o'clock. Nothing's to be done.
Probably in second wind by now.
2 meetings to go still, and then I have an internet meeting later on tonight. Huh. I'll get to bed sometime, most probably 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. God knows. Any other question? Actually, you know what they say by age, I do more now than when I was 20, 30 years old. More productive, more things which bring the change. Somehow the energy comes from somewhere, I don't know where it comes from.
Well, you're teaching us where it comes from.
Most probably. The worst thing is I don't know what's going to be taught till I get here and the teaching starts. Sometimes I have a clue, but today was man-made because we had to set it up and do these things with it. But generally, if you've been teaching with me in sessions, there's no note written on what's going to be taught.
Yes, I can barely squeeze any topics or things I should be prepared for out of you before the workshop. It's just, no, away we go. And it's some detailed thing about time or whatever. And we all appreciate your in-depth teachings. Thank you.
It's just there. We are there. You accept the responsibility, you have to fulfill it.
Okay, we have a kind of a fun question for you from Peng Peter. And you've addressed this before, but let's see what your response is today with it. He says, there are various types of cars and airplanes designed for designated purposes. Is this the same for UFOs? Do they also come with different sizes and shapes?
You have grades or levels. I hope one day I can show it to you. Yes. You know, like we have big ships, and then when it gets to destination, a truck comes out, and then when it gets to point using it, and the piece comes out of it. The big units, physical units, are huge. There's some of them also hundreds of meters across. They can't land on Earth. There's no way they'll be hanging on top of the mountains and half in the ocean. So yes, the park, as we call it, you think you see a star, but no, sorry, it's not there tomorrow because you've never seen detecting it. It doesn't appear on your radar. Then they divide. They have sub units, flight units, which are manageable to a bigger size, and then you have the landing site. Yes, it's possible. They do, of course. Shall we call it a day? They're nearly 8.
Sure, yes, of course.
Nearly 12 o'clock.
Yep. Any remaining questions can be carried on to next one.
Next time, which never comes. Please help us to bring that change. And please help us to make that change. It's for us and the future of us and the future of humanity. If we manage to get this system on the road the way it should do, and hopefully we should be able to, we undo the injustices of man by a couple of thousand years and plus. So it's upon us to do it, and we need to do it. And we made it very attractive. You can have income from it. You can have your peace of mind from it. Anything you like, if it's just for us to bring that change and do it. As I know, rich people, if you can get one of them to buy 1,000 units and plug them in, then we start doing what we can do. Thank you very much for today, and hopefully we meet tomorrow or next time. We don't have a session tomorrow. No, it's next time.
Yes, well, thank you, Mr. Keshe. Thank you very much for another Knowledge Seekers workshop here, number 602 on Thursday, August 7th, 2025. Our next public teaching workshop will be on Monday, August 11th, and that will be the public meeting for testimonials starting at 8 p.m. Central European Time. And that's a great place for folks that might have a testimonial of the plasma technology that they would be willing to share with others, other knowledge seekers, and the public in general. And it's, in a way, I think that's a way that you can help pay back for receiving this knowledge. And it could be something small or something large, depending on your particular circumstances, but sometimes just the act of sharing is all that's really required. So again, that's Monday, August 11th, starting at 8 p.m., the public meeting for testimonials. And on Tuesday, the 12th, will be our One Planet, One Nation, One Race for Justice and World Peace, with members and support members of the Universal Council, and that show starts at the 4 p.m. Central European Summer Time. Okay, I think that completes today's broadcast. We do have one thing that I will show from the Universal Council here. Just get that up. Just a second here. I'll make sure I get the correct one. Just bear with me a minute here while I try to find this file that's just been sent recently. There we go. Okay. Okay, let me share that now. Okay, this comes from Lissy of the Universal Council. The Universal Council invites the Keshe family in unifying at the soul level every time and every day at 9 p.m. Central European Time to elevate the soul of Ayatollah Khamenei of Iran to accept the selling of nuclear materials to the leading nations as part of technology in exchange for everlasting peace in the world. Okay, thank you very much for that. Oops, I had the wrong, selected the wrong picture here. Bear with me, I won't be doing it this way again. Okay, let me get back to my original program here. And we'll go out with our Universal Flight Enhancement Spaceship Unit music version. And thank you everybody for attending today's workshop. And we hope to see you in the next public teachings. Bye for now.